The shifting sands of global power. For decades, the world was shaped by American dominance, military, economic, and cultural. But today, that certainty is fading, replaced by a complex, multipolar world. Let's explore 7 signs that the era of unquestioned American power is ending. Europe's quest for strategic autonomy. Europe is no longer content, it seems, with the status quo, to rely solely on the US for its core needs, specifically for security and technological advancement. This dependence has spurred a desire for greater self reliance. European leaders are actively boosting defense spending, recognizing the need to invest in their own capabilities. They are also launching joint military projects, fostering collaboration and interoperability among member states. And crucially, building independent digital infrastructure to safeguard data and promote innovation. A prime example is the Gaia X Cloud Initiative, a project designed to ensure data sovereignty. By securing its own data, Europe aims to protect its citizens and businesses. And by developing its own military capabilities, it seeks to project power and influence on the global stage. Europe is signaling its intent to become a true global power, capable of acting independently and decisively, no longer content to be seen as simply a junior partner in international affairs. The continent is charting its own course, defining its own interests and priorities. This is evident in both defenses, where it seeks to enhance its security, and the digital age, where it strives for technological sovereignty. The rise of BRICS and alternative blocs. The expanded BRICS bloc now includes major players like Saudi Arabia and Egypt, representing a huge share of global GDP and energy. Their goal: build a multipolar world and bypass Western dominance, especially in finance. With new payment systems and more trade in local currencies, BRICS is slowly constructing a parallel financial universe. Asia-Pacific trade deals, sidestepping Washington. After the U.S. made the pivotal decision to leave the Trans-Pacific Partnership, a significant void was left in the Asia-Pacific trade landscape. This move signaled a shift in American trade policy. In response, Asia-Pacific nations came together to form the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, or RCEP, a new alliance. RCEP is now the world's largest trade bloc, encompassing a significant portion of the global economy and population. Critically, this agreement was forged without American involvement, marking a departure from previous trade dynamics. With the United States on the sidelines, China and its neighbors are stepping up to fill the vacuum. These nations are now actively setting the region's economic rules and shaping the future of trade. This includes everything from the rapidly expanding realm of digital commerce to the establishment and enforcement of crucial environmental standards for sustainable growth. As a result, the U.S. is no longer the primary architect of Asian trade policy and economic development. The economic center of gravity is demonstrably shifting east, reflecting the growing influence of Asian economies. Trade is now increasingly being conducted on Asia's terms, reshaping global commerce. The slow erosion of King Dollar. The dollar's dominance is quietly eroding as countries seek alternatives. More nations are settling trade in local currencies, and deals like Saudi oil sold in yuan challenge the petrodollar system. This isn't a sudden collapse, but a steady move toward a fragmented, multipolar monetary world. Each non-dollar transaction chips away at U.S. financial power, the fading allure of American soft power. America's cultural and political appeal is waning, with global surveys showing declining favorability. Meanwhile, China's pragmatic, investment-driven approach is winning influence in the global South. The world's marketplace of ideas is now more competitive than ever. The great technology decoupling. The era of global tech integration is ending. U.S. export controls and China's push for tech self-sufficiency are splitting the world into rival tech spheres. Nations and companies must now choose sides, leading to duplicated supply chains and competing standards. The digital world is fracturing along geopolitical lines, a retreat from the global stage. The U.S. has stepped back from global leadership, withdrawing from climate accords and key UN agencies. This retreat creates power vacuums and erodes trust in international cooperation. Rivals like the EU and China are stepping in to fill the void. Chapter 9: Navigating the New Multipolar World. These 7 key trends, which we've been exploring, are fundamentally reshaping the landscape of global power dynamics. The established order is evolving, and influence is no longer concentrated in the hands of a select few. The United States remains a strong and influential nation, but it's now operating as one actor among many significant players on the world stage. The unipolar moment has passed. We are now in a more crowded and competitive world, where different nations and regions vie for influence and leadership. This new era brings with it inherent risks, such as increased instability in certain regions and the potential for further fragmentation of the global order. However, it also presents significant opportunities for a more balanced and equitable system of global cooperation, where all voices can be heard. To navigate this new landscape, America must adapt its strategies, shifting its focus from outright dominance to a more nuanced approach of influence and partnership. This includes actively rebuilding trust in multilateral institutions and fostering collaborative solutions to global challenges. The story of global power is far from over. It's a constantly evolving narrative. Subscribe to our channel to follow along as the world continues to navigate these historic and transformative changes. We'll be providing ongoing analysis and insights.